Hey there, welcome to How Do You Skate, the ultimate destination for all skating enthusiasts. We cater to everyone from beginners to pros, whether you love inline and ice skating, or prefer quads and skateboarding. We have it all covered, and we bring you exclusive interviews with professionals, talented amateurs, and influencers in the industry. So sit back, relax, and get ready for an exciting journey into the world of skating.
Welcome to this week's episode of How Do You Skate? I am your host, Sean Egan, and some of you might recognize the last name from my guest. Her name is Tency Trosen. We had her husband on earlier this week. So how are you doing today?
Good. So two skaters married. So.
Yeah. Second couple that I've had on. I had Bonnie Blair and her husband, David Cruikshank, too. So it's always cool when you can have two husband and wife that are involved in the same sport.
Yeah, that was kind of random, but yes, because I met so many skaters in my life, and I didn't look at him as a skater and go, "Oh, he skates! Oh, wow!"
The bald head, and we just don't look like skaters with bald heads, I swear. So now, when did your whole skating start? How old were you, and when was the beginning?
Well, I started ballet, so skating for me was late, and also I'm from Mexico. It's not like, and especially the part I come from, there is Jalisco. Yeah. It's not like we have not even one normal ice rink. We have it would be like probably like the third part of a normal ice rink. And it's
okay.
So it's not a real ice rink as should be. So I start, let's be real. So everyone there has to have extra powers for adapting everywhere else. So I started in a summer course, probably between 13 and 14.
Okay.
But I already have all my back in ballet, so it helps a little, not much, because it makes very artistic, very good performance if you're a ballet dancer, but we're terribly scared of life. So jumping and everything, like, no, why? But yeah.
We actually just saw the movie Ballerina last night from the John Wick series.
Oh my God.
And just like she kept doing the thing, and you can see just her toes just being bloodied from being up on her toes and everything. Is that like an actual thing, or is it, was it just for the movie?
No, totally true. My first time on pointed shoes, probably a week later, all my nails fell. They just leave my feet.
That just does not sound, and it's funny because, like you said, it makes you a really good artistic.
Yeah.
And did you do artistic skating too, or?
Yeah, but I do showcase. There is a whole different thing from figure skating. I have different kind of programs. They have different rules, and I also do because any skater in normal figure skating after 18 is an old human, but after 18 you can enter to the adult skating. There is a whole new world.
Yeah,
it's very amazing. So in adult skating, there also exists artistic skating, but it's not the normal skating. It's a kind of a branch of a showcase.
Okay.
So everything is about your performance and all the artistic. It's not about how high can jump. It's not about how brave you are to do this super exercises. Yeah. It's more about how smooth you can move.
Okay.
And how big of an actor you are.
Okay. So now, was that on ice, quads, or inlines?
It was on ice. I started ice in my coach called the ice rink. How you call the glass thing you put on fish?
The glass that we put up for the for hockey?
No, the glass in your house.
The fishbowl or the aquarium?
The aquarium.
Okay.
I drink aquarium. aquarium because it's just a circle surrounded by glass. So it's just,
Okay. That makes sense. And you're a bunch of fish just swimming around.
yeah, it's like
Because I actually had a 6-time national champion from Mexico on the show. I think his name was Luis Hernandez. Does that sound familiar?
yeah, he's kid alone always.
Yeah. So I had him on the show a
If
few weeks ago, I think.
if you're a man and you're
Yeah.
a fish here in Mexico, it's paradise. I mean, who's going to compete against you?
Yeah.
Like, for example, our like Donovan Terrillo, he say like, oh, I don't remember 12 or 11 times national champion. I say, of course, you are alone.
Yeah.
Like 12 times he's been alone. So if you're a man, it's paradise. I never have one national alone.
Yeah.
At least I have the smallest I have it was 7 girls.
Okay.
But like in the world competition, in the international competition, it was one competition was 60 girls.
Oh, wow.
So it's like being a man is paradise.
So you have it a little easier with competition when you're a man?
Yeah, because they want men, because there is not enough men. At
Yeah.
least maybe from the same countries, but it's never. If you look at the list when it's unopen, when everyone can get in the competition,
Yeah.
the list of women are like 5 different groups. The list of men is like, oh, one group already passed.
Okay. That's kind of cool though to know. It's just interesting to see the different skate cultures all around the world and learn more about them. So I always get excited about that. So now, have you gotten into inline? Are you, because I know you're in the Apostle Islands right now. Are you doing the race this weekend?
No, I start to learn like more seriously inline figure skating this year.
Okay.
I start to know the inline obviously when I get married. It's like, oh, okay, that exists. And now like this year I say, why not? Like I'm not like competing like before that I was competing like 4 times each month, so it was crazy.
Yeah.
So now I said I can have a little more fun. So it's kind of fun to rediscover skating.
Yeah.
I learn ice, I know ice, I enjoy it, I know what to do, but I also very hard on me, like everything I do, no, this is not enough. No, I need more active. No, I need more spinning.
Yeah.
But in line it's like, oh my God, it's new. It doesn't matter if I'm not perfect, it's new, I just started. So I kind of having fun, even compare image. This is me jumping. I post that kind of stupid things in Instagram, like, oh, this is me doing the same jump on blades and on wheels. So it's like, it's fun.
Well, you're married to an expert on who can set you up properly.
See, yeah.
So now, how far did you go with figure skating as far as like competition wise? As a professional speed skater, every fraction of a second counts. I need supplements that can keep up with my training and help me push harder, recover faster, and stay strong. That's why I choose Black Label supplements. Black Label isn't just any supplement, it's third party tested, safe for athletes, and designed for peak performance. With Black Label, I get the clean fuel and recovery support I need to stay at my best. Whether you're on the ice, on the pavement, in the gym, or pushing your limits, trust Black Label supplements to back you up. It's my edge in a sports where precision matters. Black Label supplements built for athletes who won't compromise. So head over to blacklabelsupplements.com and use the code HowDoYouSkate for your 15% discount at checkout.
Well, I have 9 national championships.
Okay.
I only
Nice.
win gold. I have problems. And I did what is considered like world competition in that world. I mean,
Okay.
it's not the Olympic world, but
Yeah.
so I did my first time was in Oberstdorf, Germany. That was the first time I think there were like 40 something girls, and I was 5th place. There was very good. My first time in a
Yeah.
big competition. My second time I was fourth.
Okay.
Then I repeated in Canada, and I get into second place. This is like it's an ISU, International Skating Union competitions.
Okay.
So the third one was in Canada, and I had second place. And the last one was Lake Placid, New York, and I have gold everywhere.
There you go. So now going into your first competition, international competition, like what was your nerves like? Were you like super nervous? Were you
Oh, I'm always nervous. I don't think there is a way. Everything I do is about being judged for other people.
Yeah.
Like they judge how you look. They judge. It's not like nobody cares really how I know it's not how nobody cares like how really a speed skater looks. They care how fast you are.
Yeah.
But in figure skating, any kind, like showcase, uh, it's very important. It's highly important, and how you dress it's amazingly important, even more important than normal figure skating.
Okay.
So everything, if we are talking about ballet, is it's just about how you look all the time.
Yeah.
But you have to still be an athlete, still like do something, not just look pretty. So I mean, always you will always get nervous, but you have to learn. There is all kind of theories. Everyone have their own thinking about how to control that.
Yeah.
Just normally get there, and I enjoy the public. Like for me, for example, being in a theater and ballet, there's nothing I enjoy more than see the public.
Yeah.
And on ice, I enjoy acting for the judges. I want them to look at me, and I want them to look my face. And my coach always told me like, choose one of the judges that you think is a person you feel more connected with, or you feel more like nice to you, something. And
Yeah.
you act for that judge, just for him or just for her. So that's what I normally do, and all my performance is just for this one human.
Okay. Nice. Now, when coming up with your outfits for skating, like, do you figure out like what kind of routine and what kind of music, and then kind of correspond your outfit with that?
So for showcase have in the past it used to be light showcase and dramatic showcase.
Okay.
Now the showcase is divided in performance, is divided in what is performance, character, and I think it's artistic. I'm not sure of the right title, the new one, but it's about. So if you choose to be a dramatic skater, obviously that's what you're going to do.
Yeah.
If you choose a character, you have to become that character. So it has to be clear for the judges. If I'm Charles Chaplin, I have to look like him. I have to act, walk, and move like him.
Yeah.
In performance, for example, I have to tell a story to the panel of judges without talking. So all my performance, they have to understand what was the story, what was the problem, and when this finished. So in the adult skating, the artistic part is a little bit like showcase. You have the freedom to choose be light, dramatic, wherever, but it has to be a high, intense performance. That's what the judges are looking for. That's what they award.
Yeah. So like the different kinds of tricks or moves, I don't even know what we call them in figure skating. So so yeah, so it's almost like it sounds like showcase is almost like the luchadors where they get out there with their gimmicks and then tell the story of whatever feud they're having on, but unlike them, you don't have an opponent, so you have to tell the story by yourself.
yeah, and that's why the dresses or the whatever you're using is so important.
Yeah.
And there is rules like when you are doing performance like artistic skating, artistic skating, you have to be very careful what the limits, because the limits is the ISU still. So
Yeah.
International Skating Union don't want to the athletic part to be lost. They don't want like be just this super huge show. So they have limits. It has to be wherever you can use to do your performance, but it cannot interfere with your blades. It cannot fall to the ice, and it cannot be how to say that, like very naked, like very not decent. I don't know how to say that.
No, I understand what you're saying, and I'm like, and I completely understand.
That's
So
exactly.
it has to be presentable so kids can watch it.
Exactly. I mean that's for general figure skating, but it allows a little more than the normal figure skating you normally see. Allows
Okay.
a little bit more, like maybe you can do more something on the head or something more. Like I have one performance that my dress have like wings on the
Yeah.
arm, but nothing that can interfere my performance. It just look more beautiful, the movements and everything. And improve my performance.
Okay.
But if you're talking about showcase, you can go literally to almost whatever place you want to go. You can use theater makeup. You can use a total costume, like toes to head. Like
Yeah.
uh, it's a world that most of the world don't know. It's very fun to see.
So, what do you prefer, doing the showcase or more of the artistic skating?
Oh, for me, it's the same. It's just artistic is like a light showcase for me.
Okay.
What I love the most, I think, is a spotlight and showcase performance. A spotlight is a kind of showcase, but you
Okay.
can use props. So if wherever I can use hats, fans, ribbons. So I really, really enjoy skating. Like, what was the last one? I skate something from Cirque du Soleil, from Coteo, I think. And
Okay.
I use a ribbon. So I was this, what is it, meme? And I use the ribbon for everything to, oh, I don't know how to explain with words, but like,
To like do the whole performance with the
yeah,
ribbon. So, and if people don't understand, it's almost like the gymnastic ribbons, I think, with the stick and the ribbons.
have the length, have, because if I use the ones they use,
Yeah.
yeah, I will have problems with my blades. So
Just because it's too long.
yes, it's
Okay. So half the size the gymnasts use.
yeah.
Nice. Now, with all your competing, where is one of your favorite places that you've been that you got to compete at?
Well, I think I divided between emotionally speaking, beautiful for the beauty of the rink, maybe,
Okay.
and because it was a huge, huge achievement for me. So for the emotional part, I think my first competition in San Diego Ice Arena,
Okay.
because I never before that won anything.
Yeah.
I get there and I literally did my showcase, uh, and I get out and then, okay, we can go. Like, who cares? I never win. And then they run after me, the girls I compete with, and they say, "You won. You want to stay for the awards?" I mean, oh, so it was the first time, and I never stopped winning after that. So it was like, wow, I can win, yay!
And then you just had to go marry a champion yourself, right?
that was just my luck.
There you go. So I was going to say, it's just kind of funny saying winning an ice competition in San Diego, because San Diego is not known for ice or snow. So,
No, I guess no, but I mean, it's very common for Mexicans. We have obviously a lot of connections in San
yeah.
Diego. So a lot of the team goes to compete there. So it's for many, it's like the first time they leave the country.
Okay. And
And the second one for me, for the beauty of the ring, I would say about Oberstdorf, Germany is amazing. I never see something before that. After that, yeah, I knew many others, but that one was amazing. They have three ice ring, one for training, one there is the stadium kind of for
yeah.
competition. They have one they use for the public and for ice dancing. That was amazing, full of mirrors surrounded. So super beautiful, and you can see in the training one the mountains behind and the whole Germany. So it was wow, I'm here. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like wow. And the third one, because it was very cool to win that competition when I participate in the Master Winter Games to
Yeah.
win the competition and be uh, like almost no one win from my team. So it was like wow, I did it, and everyone celebrated me. And it was Innsbruck, Austria, and Innsbruck was the place where the what was 1972? No, 19. Don't remember Olympics games.
For which where?
Innsbruck, Austria.
Oh, I don't know. I know 1980 was Lake Placid.
The 1932 and 1980. Yeah.
Yeah, my one of my ancestors was actually in the 1932 Winter
Oh
Olympics
wow. That's
for
cool.
bobsledding, but he's also the only person to do Winter and Summer Olympics. So he
Oh
did
yeah.
19, I want to say it was 1912 Summer Olympics or
That's
1914 for boxing, and then did
wow.
1932 with the bobsledding.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah, it's a lot of fun in that ring because they have the names of all
yeah,
the Olympics. So yeah, that's super cool. So in Austria was all the environment. It's like I think the closest it must feel to be in an Olympics because they present every country. There is like a parade for every country.
yes,
You have the teams, you know, people from all over the world. So it was super fun, like enter with the Mexican flag and to see all the different like uniforms. So that was a very like intense, cool competition.
yeah, and then everybody that you get to meet from around the world had to be pretty
Oh
amazing too.
yeah, yeah, because they didn't include only figure skating;
Yeah,
they include all the other winter sports. So you know different humans, not just figure skaters.
yeah. So that's pretty cool. Now, did you ever make it to Olympic tryouts at all, or?
No, I mean I started late, and I started in Mexico, so it's not easy. Uh,
Yeah,
it's getting easier in Mexico, I have to say it. Not in my state. My
yeah,
state, literally, that's the ring we have. Like I get to every international competition, hearing like the American girls say, "Oh, this ice is horrible. How we are going to skate there or compete there?" And I look at them like, "This is horrible. This is ice. I mean, it's huge." And it's like, "What else do you want?" And they look at me like, "Why? Where do you skate?" In a circle. And I'm lucky. I'm lucky if there is no water on the ice.
yeah. So,
So I feel like Mexicans, we are like, at least the ones from my state, we are like, we can take whatever. Like, no matter where you put us, we can skate.
yeah. I mean, it sounds like it. If they're complaining about the ice, which is kind of funny to me because I think Zamboni has kind of smoothed out all the ice the same for everything, pretty much. So,
Uh, yes and no, because there's different qualities on the ice.
okay,
Like, some competitions, like, my ice is normally like soft.
okay,
So I compare if you skate in line, if you skate on what will be like. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce that, so don't laugh. So I
so
cannot say
you can't say
W.
"don't laugh" and I start laughing. So that's just kind of
I don't know how to say W. So the group, the
the what?
the lumber.
Oh, the wood.
Yeah, I don't know how to say W. I'm terrible.
So
So in that surface, when you're using inline, you can
yeah,
feel that it's softer. So that will be like my ice. But when I get to Germany, it's incredibly hard, but
Okay.
smooth in a good way. So yeah, you feel like the different like bonding, especially in jumps. It's like some ice kind of push you to the air, and
Yeah.
another ice don't let you go, like they pull. So, and for spinning, if you are in a very how to say, more soft surface, it requires more strength to spin.
Okay.
But if you're in a softer, your speed will be crazy, and you barely do any effort to spin, so you need more control.
Yeah.
So,
So it's kind of nice to train on the rougher surfaces. Then that way, when you get to the nicer surfaces, you kind of have that strength advantage.
yeah, you're the
So,
queen. Like, and like, I can say every competition I ever won, it was because my spinning.
yeah.
So I never fail a spin. Well, maybe once, but it's not normal. So it's like I feel comfortable, and it's like no matter what surface I am, I'm not scared of. I literally spin in the worst one, so why cannot do it in the best one?
Exactly. So now, when you started inline skating, did it come pretty natural to you because of your ice skating background?
There is a funny thing I observe. And normally, when someone starts on wheels, on any kind of wheels, in line flats, whatever, and they change to ice, they are the bravest. Brave. The yeah, I even Travis told me, oh yeah, like just give me a few minutes and he's on ice. Like wow,
Yeah.
um, they're not afraid of anything. You can take well, not everyone. I know some, one or two that know, but most ice skaters put it on wheels. They're terrified. They won't do like three, the most safest thing, and they're checking the surface. Any kind of rock is like, oh no. So I will say I started like a normal ice skater, like, oh my God, what is this? And the first time I fell, it was like, this really hurts. Like falling on ice is like, okay. But
Depends upon how you land on the ice, though. If you go face first, it hurts.
well, you learn to let your body go. You have
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it because it's probably not even a second. But you have like an image like, oh no, this is doom. I'm going to the ice. So you
Yeah.
just let your, at least me, I just let my full body go. Except one or two times that I tried to avoid it. I put my hand and how does it break it? Broke my hand.
Broke your fall? Oh,
Yeah,
you
that was,
broke your wrist?
yeah, that was enough.
Okay. Because you went down with your wrist like that, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not wise of me, but yeah. And that's how I compete once. I disguised like with a glove, so nobody see it was broken.
Hey, we do what we got to do in competition.
Yeah, because supposedly it wasn't allowed because it's not artistic. Obviously, it's not very showcase. But I
Yeah.
got it with a cool glove and nobody see it.
Well, for showcase, if you had a cast, you could have just added that as part of your costume, right?
Yeah, no, the glove works very well. Yeah.
Okay. So now you're saying, like, with the fall, do you let yourself go when you fall in inline skating like you did with ice, or do you brace yourself more?
No, there's no way. I mean, you fall with like your whole weight over the pavement. It's horrible. I was like, I don't want to fall again here ever.
Yeah.
Like, so I think I learned, and I have to like overcome my fears because this requires more strength, and it's kind of interesting because a lot of ice skaters, I don't it's not around the world, but in a lot of places in Mexico, they feel like they belong to a totally different class because you are ice and you have to pay for a skate. It's a,
Yeah.
it's a super high, expensive sport. So you look at the people using wheels. Oh, poor people. We are in a whole different level, fancy level. So they always kind of make everyone using wheels feel like, oh, this is like a lower class sport. And when you start doing it, figure skating, like
Yeah.
in inline, it's like, haha, I want to see you here. This is it takes way more bravery to spin here than spin on ice.
Yeah.
And the ice helps you. The ice makes you fly. The pavement don't do anything for you. You have to do everything.
You have to have the strength to do it.
Yeah. The control, and it's like on ice, you even the simple thing that you say, okay, if I go in backwards, who cares? I just let myself go and I'm okay. Yeah, you want to go backwards on wheels? Your wheel will kill you. So it's like, I don't know. It's like, I really respect and admire every kind of skating, no matter what you are using, what kind of skating, like aggressive skating, quads, roller, inline. It's amazing. Like,
Yeah.
it takes something like, I'm not saying ice don't. Yeah, it is. It's difficult and it takes control. But if you start on wheels, oh my God, I give you a week and you will be amazing on ice.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why I started the podcast, because I do ice, inline, quad, and skateboarding. So I cover like all forms of skating.
Oh my God.
Trying to bring everybody together, and like, we're all skaters and we're all part of the same community.
Yeah, exactly.
Like me and Tavis, we like the fast stuff. And then I've got friends that are artistic. I've got friends that are jam skaters with crews. I've got friends that just like to do ramps and all that kind of stuff. So there's just like so many styles that it's hard to just pick and just focus on one style of skating. And that's why I like bringing kind of the skate community and like different stories and get to hear about things from all over the world, different styles. And I mean, I've had hockey players. I'm hoping to have a former NHL player on here soon. And I've had Olympians from, I don't know if you remember Dan Jansen or Bonnie Blair.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
I've had both of them on, plus her husband, David Cruikshank. I'm working on getting Scott Hamilton. So,
that would be amazing. Yes, he's a super nice guy.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've emailed back and forth just trying to lock down a time when we can get together, but it's just like an amazing community. And Tavis came and started talking to me immediately after the, actually before and after the race. And I mean, I had some issues, so I didn't get to hang around very long afterwards. So he can tell you about that later.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it's just an amazing community. And last weekend, or when we had the race, that was my first race in 33 years.
Oh wow!
So it was fun to do. And I live in Colorado now, and the skating community is huge out here, where we have coaches for speed skating and all that. And it's funny how you said, like, you have to pay for ice skating, for figure skating. That's everywhere. That's not just Mexico.
Yeah.
So
I discovered that because my mom, when I was younger, she used to think, oh, Russians. I mean, it must be super cheap, super easy. And when we start talking with all the Russian skaters, they were like, no, we have to pay. And what they give us is nothing. Like, so we realized, like, yes, it's expensive sport, no matter where.
Yeah.
And when you're using, like, you will know, any kind of inline skate, you still have to pay for the skates and everything else. So it's expensive.
Yeah, and especially if you want quality, because our wheels get worn down, our bearings get worn down, our frames crack. Sometimes you need to upgrade your boot. So, all aspects of skating cost money. Unless you do, it's not as much, but if you do like the freestyle with the ramps and the aggressive and the skateboarding, it's a little cheaper because we got free skate parks.
Probably. But I mean, they deserve it. I just see those guys flying, and I'm like, okay, you are in a whole different level of I dare to.
Yeah. Now, did your ballet training, like, really help you as far as just balance goes on skates?
Oh
Because
no, it helps you a lot in everything.
yeah,
Because I don't know if you know, but in ballet, there's a language with your body, literally a language. Like, okay, anyone else they cannot see, but you will see. Like, for example, in ballet, this means death. That
okay,
crossing my arms in this way, this is death. It's specifically that. So there is a whole language. If you do this, it's like talking.
okay,
So you can translate that. Figure skating don't have it, and you have better choreography because you can do all the thing, and like you can see the intensity, the performance.
yeah,
So it helps you in that. It helps you also that ballet dancers. I mean, there is nothing more tough than being a ballet dancer. Wherever who thinks, oh, so sweet. No, no, no. There's nothing sweet. If
yeah,
you feel Black Swan, that's the reality. Thank you so much.
yeah. Did you ever
So,
see the movie The Game Plan with The Rock? Where
no,
he's the football player and his daughter comes and she does ballet and he's like a professional athlete. He's like, oh, I can handle this. And they have him doing it and he's like holding on to the bars, like just dripping in sweat, trying to drink water and stuff and just shaking. So it was
yeah,
just, yeah, it was just funny to see that.
yeah, and it's like, I mean, the competition in figure skating is tough because everyone wants to win. That's the truth. But you're still just one human. You can be the most annoying, horrible human, but you are on your own. If you win, you win. But in ballet, you can hate everyone and you still have to dance with them
Yeah.
in style. You cannot be like such a bad person because they are next to you. They can shoot you down. Or they can do something. So
Little elbow to the face or something. Oh, I'm sorry. That was an accident.
they do worse. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, in figure skating too, they do quite ugly things. But in ballet, like for example, one of my friends, they have like a how do you say crash glass, and
okay.
they're on the pointes. So try to step on that. Yeah, horrible.
Oh, no, thank you.
Another they step on the tutu, the dress.
Yeah.
They with dirty shoes over and ruin it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no. Like, I knew another like there's all kind of ugly things. Like, you are not talking about nice speed skating. This is like I'm
Yeah.
prettier, I'm smarter, and I want to win.
Yeah.
Just go my way.
That's why it's kind of like I like the inline speed skating, the marathons, not doing the track stuff, the pack or indoor.
Oh, yeah.
Because all I want to do is like I set my time this year. Next year, I want to beat that time. I just got.
Yes.
I'm my own competition. I'm the only one I worry about. I'm not worried about everybody else. So
Exactly. But I have Tavis used to he laughs with me because I have a phrase that say at the end of the day it's better to be how do you say lousy winner
yeah.
than a good loser. Who cares? Like,
So be a crappy winner as opposed
nobody
to a gracious loser.
wants to be the greatest loser. Sorry.
Hey, if I lose, I lose. It's funny because my son did wrestling for a while, and there was an incident where because you can't always win, even though you go out there and you try to, you're gonna lose. And I'm gonna say a thing that I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on his name. Matt something from the UFC in season 2 of the Ultimate Fighter thing. He goes, if you've never lost a fight, you're fighting the wrong people. Like your competition level isn't high enough.
Yeah, can be. Yeah. I remember a coach told me it was probably my first national, and I was horribly nervous. And my choreographer, so we have a technical coach and a choreographer. My choreographer looked at me and said, "Why are you nervous?" And I said, "Look at the other girl. Look this." I was making a whole drama. And she said, like, this is not a competition. This is like you're crushing everyone. And she said, you should be in another place, not here. I'm like, no, but nothing. Like, just follow, go. Like, so it's like, like, yeah, probably it should be higher level because if it's too easy, you're probably not in the right place.
Yeah. So, like, if you're beating everybody and you're undefeated, but it's like,
yeah.
But when you do compete, you want to go against the best at the level you're at. So you don't want to compete with people like. I mean, I know there was a crap load of kids that beat me in the race. I think I came in 116th out of 128th. So, I mean, but that's my time to beat for next year. So now it's, and I wanted to do it to know that I could do it, but I'm also, because you guys will be in August and September at Duluth and North Dakota, right?
Yes.
So I'll actually get to meet you then. So I've already met your husband, but I'll actually get to meet you too. So, but it's just one of those things where it's just, I love competition. And then also what happened with my son with wrestling is he wrestled this guy for the third time and went into triple overtime. And the kid actually beat him this time. And his mom was like trying to comfort him and his grandmother. And he goes, look, I lost. It's part of the sport. Get over it.
Oh, wow.
He's like, I'm not going to win. And this is when he was in 6th grade. He's like, I'm not going to win every competition. He goes, I go out there and I give it my best. Win or lose, I don't worry about the loss. I got to prepare for the next match. So,
yeah. I mean, that's very, very good thinking for an athlete.
Yeah.
I have the wrong one. But I have problems in everything I do. That's why I became so obsessive. Maybe that's me better. I'm not sure. But that's the right way of thinking. That's why Tavi say, I will raise our kids to have problems.
Yeah. So you're basically a perfectionist when it comes to your skating.
I'm terrible. Like, I think it's part of the ballet culture.
Yeah.
The first time I have like probably a month learning ice skating. And I was learning for the first time my first spin. Upward spin. Everyone knows that spin. It's like the first easiest one. Okay. I stay from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. on the ice. Just repeating one exercise over and over and over again. And I say, I won't leave the ring until I spin.
Okay.
So that's my level of obsession. I won't say committed because that's a whole new level of obsession, but yes.
Yeah. So they always say, don't worry about the guy that knows 10,000 moves. Worry about the guy that did one move 10,000 times.
Yeah, that's correct.
So I did do a little pro wrestling back in the day. And the one thing they taught you is before you move on to the next move, you master the one move.
Yeah.
So you mastered the spin and then you were ready to master the next move.
Yeah, I mean, that's basic, I think. Well, I don't know. I know a few sports. I've been in, ballet is not a sport, but it's really a sport. But
I consider dancing a sport. I mean, I love the step up movies and I consider them athletes because there's no way you can dance at that level and not be athletic.
Yeah, you have to. So I ballet and ice skating and now inline figure skating. And I also compete a little bit in fencing. Yeah.
Great. You're dangerous on the ice and you're dangerous with, what do they call them?
Fencing foil.
Yeah, you're dangerous with one of those too. Tavis, be careful.
And I'm better with a sword. Yeah.
You're better with a sword?
Than the fencing foil, yes. Different weapons. You have the table, the sword, and the fencing foil.
Yeah, just tell Tavis if he gets in trouble, just 911 and I'll come help. I don't know what I'm going to do against you, but...
I teach him. He's pretty good.
Okay, good. So he's got a fighting chance, is what you're saying.
He's strong. Like.
So now, has your obsession carried over into the inline?
Oh yes, definitely. Like At first, it was just super fun because my mom is been with me in every adventure I ever been because she say, I'm here to defend you because I get into very difficult environments. Like I also get into a little bit like modeling, like TV and all that stuff. And so it's very tough environments that everyone wants to do something. So
Yeah.
she was like my loyal companion. She's a skating mom. So she knows everything about skating. She knows she can be a coach easily.
Nice.
So she started going with me and in line, and she said, "I'm going to stop thinking this is a line. I have to see the same ice skater I see normally here." So
Yeah.
she started. I was like, "Oh, who cares, mom? No, I get to jump." And she was, "No, that was wrong. You barely jump. You need to jump higher. You need to do this." So she was treating me like I was on my ice blade. I was, oh wow. So, but I like that energy. I like she telling me I can do more.
Okay.
Super like, oh wow, yes, I can do. And I was like frustrated, like, wow, I cannot speak correctly here. And it's because the wheels. No, it's not the wheels. You're not listening to your technique. Like,
Yeah.
okay. So I'm like, oh, yes, yes. Like, I don't know, I like the energy. It's obsessive, yes, but I think it's still in the dangerous line of healthy obsessive
Okay.
to obsessive.
Basically, you're addicted.
Yes, I am. So to stop being addicted to something, I have to
Yeah.
choose new addiction.
Yeah. Now, are you going to are you going to compete in
Uh,
artistic skating with inline?
Travis asked me about that. I said, I have no idea how that goal works. I know one of the choreographers in my state. He was
Uh-huh.
also a choreographer for figure skating on quads, on roller.
Okay.
I say, maybe ask her. She must know, like, how's the world there? And I say, well, maybe I start just one exhibition, like just something not judgy, just for fun. And I see what I can do. Why not?
Okay. I have a project that I'm working on. I'm not going to give any details right now.
Yeah.
Well, after the show, I'll tell you. But I think it might be a cool thing. So if you want to actually do an exhibition or get some people for an exhibition, we could probably put something together.
Oh, perfect. Yes. Yes.
So now, who was your biggest influence for skating? Or did it start with ballet and then move into skating? So your biggest influence.
So I started ice skating because I wanted to fence. And I begged my parents to be a fencer.
Yeah.
And finally, they give up. I was like probably 11, 12. They
Okay.
take this one class with a professional team of fencers in my state. It was quite good in that moment. And they say, oh yeah, her class will start in a moment. We're just finishing these duels. And one guy break a helmet. Another guy start taking out the clothes. Well, it's not the real clothes; it's your protection, really.
Yeah.
My dad was scared to death. Like they're hearing a woman. They're getting naked in front of each other. He was thoroughly like he just stepped on hell.
Yeah.
So he said, she will never do fencing. And look at my mom. Look for her something pretty to do. So my mom couldn't think of nothing else to do ice skating in Mexico. Really?
Yeah.
So yeah, she find me that. And then
Nice.
they regret it because like everything in my life I became so obsessive that they have to pay a lot.
Yeah.
Why we did that?
Because your dad told her to find another sport for you. That's why.
Yeah. And
So,
then actually it came this moment that I can pay my things and I still get to fencing.
yeah. So, if you want to blame somebody, it's your dad's fault.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, now what kind of ice skates did you use? Like, what's your preferred ice skates?
So I tried many, but I ended up with Jackson.
Okay.
Because there was like a fashion that everyone started to try the lighter.
Yeah.
Oh, it can make you this super huge, amazing performance. And there's a lot of my teammates to try EDEA. They try different, like. But for me, right now, Jackson have the perfect needle because
Okay.
it have a little bit of the lighter thing. Don't remember the name in English of the
The
material.
what?
Uh,
There's
the
suede, there's
fibra
leather.
de carbono.
What was that?
Fibra de carbono, carbon.
Oh, carbon fiber?
Yes. So
Okay.
in the lowest part of that, there's lighter,
Okay.
but wood is still like very tough, strong wood.
Yeah.
Use the Elite wood and Jackson, and I changed many times of blade. I use the Vision blade until it disappear, and then I changed to the closest. I like big topics.
Okay.
I don't know why. I feel very comfortable for spinning to have big topics.
That reminds me of the movie The Cutting Edge too, where he kept falling. Toe pick.
Yeah.
So, and now, what kind of inlines do you use?
So obviously the wood, I just use the same wood because this is my wood. I feel comfortable.
Okay.
So I use the Elite from Jackson.
Okay.
Now I don't know the number because there is 5,400 different models, but it's Elite.
Yeah.
Jackson. And I try also 2 different frames. I mean, I don't have a longest career, obviously, I'm just started.
Yeah.
But I try a frame with 3 wheels from Jackson.
Okay.
It's natural for me. I say, well, I'm using Jackson, why not? 3 wheels, and it have like a very strong big toe stopper.
Okay.
So I'm used to the blades. The blades are longer than 3 wheels.
Yeah.
So when I try 3 wheels, I feel like I was in a dancing blade, super short, like, oh my God, this is not stability at all. Like,
Yeah.
my other part of the blade. So then I changed to 4 wheels. The frame is a peak frame.
Okay.
So 4 wheels. The toe stopper is less fancy because the one Jackson used, you can move it up and down. It's very like strong. It lasts longer.
Okay.
The toe stopper. The peak frame have 2 different toe stoppers. One there is white, small, and kind of runs off very fast. And another there is big, gray, more strong one. And you cannot move the height, but it's perfect for me. Why? Because the 4 wheels, they are a little bit separated, so it allows me to more different surface without having any trouble. Because it's 68 wheels, so
Yeah.
you need the space.
Yeah.
So the 4 wheels are the same length exactly than my blades.
Okay.
That gives me a whole different level of stability. I feel, oh, I'm on blades. And the toe stopper is super close to the surface, to the pavement. So like just millimeters up, what makes me feel exactly like my toe pick.
Okay.
So for me, that's been working amazing. I love it.
Awesome. So now, what advice would you give to new up and coming skaters, or even if they want to do ballet or skating, figure skating, or even inline skating? Because you've got everything under your belt.
Well, I will say if you want to study ballet, thinking twice. You have to be very healthy, psychologically speaking, to not break down there. Because if not, you're going to end up crazy with some eating disorder or something else for sure.
Okay.
You need to be incredibly strong mentally. Physically, compared with the mental part, is the easy part.
Yeah. So, and now what about for figure skating?
If you're going to enter figure skating, I would say, yes, forget about, oh, we are just here to compete and have fun. That don't exist. If you enter to figure skating, you want to win.
Yeah.
You don't care about all the poor suffering of any other girl. You care about you and winning. So get over and put to work. And
Straight to the point.
go win. And no matter what country you are, that I hear that so many times. Oh,
Yeah.
you win over a Russian. And say we're the same level, same age. Why not?
Yeah.
So,
Competition is competition no matter where they're from.
I have two hands, two feet. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
In inline, I would say I really admire people like kind of challenge my fears. So I really admire them, and I will start with inline. So that way you are the bravest, and then you can change to wherever you want.
There you go. So now, how can my listeners follow you?
I'm on Instagram. I'm Tency Trosen, the name, but it's arroba. I how you say the A with the circle in English.
The A with the umlaut at.
That's it. Tency Tench.
Okay.
So you can Tency Trosen. It will appear. There's so many.
Well, I appreciate you coming on today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you.